Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer. On this episode, you are going to see an excerpt from a presentation I did for a group of real estate agents talking about their conversations with buyers trying to get representation. It has been historically outside of the scope of an agent's need to enter into a contract, but that's changing. So how do you get them to pick you to contract with? You better be able to articulate your value. Want to learn more? Watch on. What's who? It's you, right? That is the first piece. Oh, come on, it's real. It's totally real.
Yeah.
People do that, right?
Yeah.
Every realtor I know has at least a 10-year-old picture on their business card.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some new pictures, people.
That's true.
If your business card looks like that and then you show up, they're like, who the hell are you? Right?
You know, that's funny. It's the first thing I noticed when I was door knocking my first year, and I would look at other flyers that were dropped off there. I'd look at them like, who is that? And then I'd meet them in person. I'm like, oh crap, that is them?
That's not them.
Yeah, that was the very first time I realized that.
So there's three things when you're talking about who are you, right? Because that's the first thing. You want them, we're going to talk about real estate and helping them understand that. But the first thing is, why me over the realtor next door? So introducing yourself. Who are you and what's your experience? Why are you in this business? What do you provide? Your brokerage, right? We pay a lot of money to be with these brokerages. What do they offer?
Yeah.
Right? So we need to talk about that. And then you need to talk about your unique selling proposition, right? What's different from being at EXP or Keller Williams or Berkshire Hathaway? What do these things provide?
This is probably the most important one you can really differentiate yourself with.
Absolutely.
Especially if you've been in the business for a while and you're friendly. You have so many connections to other agents when the listing goes live or the day before it, and you get that. That's powerful for the buyers in a seller's market, right? That's powerful right there.
Correct. Well, one of the big things I tell agents is if you're a popular agent, right? Like if you're someone who people want to work with, and because, you know, in a multiple offer situation,
Oh, that's true.
a lot of the agents will pick the buyer off of who's going to be on the other side of that
Yeah.
deal.
Are they easy to work with, and are they
Right.
going to comply with
Correct.
all the rules correctly?
Do I have to fight with this agent to get this deal across the line, or are they someone I have a good relationship with and can work with? Those deals are going higher up on the list,
Yep.
right? That's just the real
It's funny,
world.
everyone here, because you've been here for a little bit, you all have one agent that you know, I don't want to work with that agent in your head, because I know I do. I'm like, I don't want to work with that agent.
Well, and if you know you're going to have to do everything for the other side, right? There's those agents who don't do their job, right? Or their TCs is just a pain to work with, whatever
that's true
it is,
also. I
right?
didn't think about that.
You know, so that all goes into it. Talking about who you know from a vendor side,
Yeah.
the right inspectors, my mom bought a house. We had to get a chimney guy come out and deal with the damn chimneys, right? Like who the agent knew, and those relationships made a big difference, right? But when these new buyers are out there without agents, how the hell are they going to manage all these inspections, right? It's going to be a disaster area. And by the way, as a listing agent, I recommend not giving them your referrals. And I know that seems like bad, because the more that you help them, the more they think you're their agent. And now you're acting for them without getting paid and without a contract, because they're going to think you're their agent. Okay? So be really careful with the unrepresented buyers in this new world. Okay? You're good. The NAR lawsuit, if anything, is the Jennifer Felten Full Employment Act, because there's going to be so much litigation as a result
That's
of
so
all this.
true.
Us attorneys are going to be so busy, right? You're going to have dual agency popping up, and you're going to have unrepresented buyers popping up. And those are recipes for litigation. So articulate your unique selling proposition, right? And so again, ChatGPT gave me a list of things that you can talk about. So these are general things, right? But you need to take this to the next level of what's unique to me, right? Where am I different, right? These will give you starting points but take your experience, take your knowledge, take your relationships, take your negotiating skills. If you're a brilliant negotiator, you should be talking about that, right?
Yeah, true.
Whatever it is that you do well. Again, just like Tristan said, find out what the clients who you have, why do they choose you? Those are the things you then need to articulate of why you're different and what you bring to the table. So there's a book called Good to Great. Again, we've given them like 5 books to read.
Yeah. Who Moved My Cheese was the first one. And I don't remember the other one.
We got to read Dr. Seuss.
Never Split the Difference, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Oh, damn it.
Right?
And the Neil Gaiman.
Right?
And now Good to Great.
Yes. So actually, I don't actually love the book Good to Great, by the way. With our business coach, we read a book every quarter, and I don't think Good to Great's that great a book. But the concept of Good to Great, like one of our coaches, he talked about a lot of business books would be a much better pamphlet. That you can get the whole concept of the book in like a page, but they have to fill a book to sell it. So they'll write 300 pages that could have been 1 or 2. Most business books would be a really good pamphlet. So Good to Great, though, the concept in the book is called the hedgehog concept. If you haven't heard of the hedgehog concept, it's extremely powerful. It's a Venn diagram, right? And there's 3 keys to being successful. Whatever you're passionate about, because you're going to pay attention and be interested. You know, the things that I don't like to do at my firm, what happens with them? I don't do them. I procrastinate.
Yep.
Right? I don't procrastinate the shit I like to do. Right? I procrastinate the stuff I don't like to do.
Contract. I hate contracts, so that's why.
Right.
Send it over to you.
Right? If I had to sit in an office and draft contracts all day, which is what attorneys are supposed to do, I would blow my brains out.
That's funny.
I hire people. So this is the thing. I hire people. I have 12 employees. They draft the contracts.
Timothy's great, by the way.
I have what he can't talk to anyone.
So good. He's great at
Right?
emails.
Right?
Fantastic at emails.
He has no communication skills whatsoever. He's a great attorney, and he's a perfect counterbalance to me.
He's good.
Right? Because I'm out talking, and then he's doing whatever I sold. Right? So figure out what you like, do it, and hire people to do all the rest. Right? Now, you got to build up to be able to afford all that, but it is doable. So whatever it is you're passionate about, you're going to do it. And people see when you're passionate. Right? It's a totally different conversation, right? Mastery, right? So if you're passionate about it, you're going to work at it. You're going to get good at it, right? I'm the best escrow attorney that exists. How did that happen? Because I work at it, because I like it, right? Mastery comes from you wanting to do it. Then that's where the money comes in. You got to monetize it, right? That's the whole key model. So for us, this is the key, right? It has to fit all 3 categories. I drive discussion on developments in real estate law to generate business from existing and new clients. That's why we're here tonight, guys.
Yeah.
That is my hedgehog, right? So what's yours?
We actually use this exact same model to discover what you should be doing on social media. A lot of people get confused, like, how do I show up? I'm like, what are you passionate about, right? Number 1. And on the mastery, it's like, what are you better at than most people around you? Why do people reach out to you? Why do people want to talk to you? That's the mastery. And then revenue. Can that now bring you money? Can that make you money? Right? And that's how we piece it together. That's why I love that.
It's the same thing, right? This is fundamental business. I don't care what kind of business you're in. I don't care if you're selling widgets or selling real estate or selling legal services. The baselines are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay?